See, and but anyway, what's up, guys? What's going on? This is your boy Tone Setter, Anthony Fallon, uh, back again. You see the title? Um, will Andy Dalton be at full strength come Week 11 versus the Vikings? And I say this because we know he's probably beyond the the concussion protocol, but then again, it hasn't been declared quite yet. But then he was on the COVID um, list on top of that. So we all know that the information or misleading information uh, about the COVID that you won't come back. That I mean, even after you recover, it will take some time for your body to recover, depending on the person. Um, so, but for the most part, you do lose strength or whatnot. So, are we sure that Andy Dalton is going to be ready come Week 11 versus the Vikings? Because this is a very crucial game to me. This is a very crucial game. If, in my opinion, people can say what they want about us. I think we should be able to win outright because I'm going to make another video on that and the reasons why we should win outright. Um, but we're going to get Andy Dalton back, and the coaching staff has assured that that's who we are going to get as our remaining quarterback because he's the quarterback with the most experience and the more promising quarterback to get to take us through the rest of the season and potentially win the division, right? But we saw just to go back what I was saying about having COVID and you're not being at full strength. We saw the woes that Cam Newton went through um, after having COVID and him coming back, and stuff like that. And that I start yawning every time I get on here, man. I got to start doing these videos the earlier part of the day. Um, we saw Cam Newton come back, and he struggled for 2 games. He just didn't look himself. He didn't look completely healthy. So who's to say that Andy Dalton is going to be uh, capable of actually playing to his full strength, his full potential? Now that he has Zach Martin back in the offensive line, on the offensive line, for to help these young guys that's on our line to remain stable, to stay. Well, really, he's just bringing some offensive line stability. Just to cut it short, I'm going about it the long way. Um, now that he has now that he has a cog on the line, okay, to provide better protection, it's still going to be the run game, splitting uh splitting the carries with Zeke and Pollard. You know what I'm saying? Well, if Zeke is on, he's on, but still sprinkling Pollard with some touches behind the line, but sprinkling Pollard in the passing game as well. They got to utilize the weapons, and that's something that I criticize Jason Garrett for during his tenure as the Cowboys head coach. They're not utilizing all of our weapons. Because just scheme alone is not going to do it. It helps, but matchups is even more favorable if you put the scheme and put the skill player in the position to take advantage of the scheme or play design that they have for that person, for that player with that skill set, such as Pollard, that is like a matter of fact, a more of a modern uh, in more of a today's type running back where he can run behind the line, or you can spread him out wide in the slot, or you can roll him out of the backfield and throw to him as well. Give him some space and he can create. He has the quickness and speed for that as well. But he's also a pass catching running back. So use those attributes that he brings to the table, and so that will debunk or kill that noise that the media is trying to stir up about Zeke. Should be benched, stuff like that. That not that he should get less carries, but it's just the fact that Tony Pollard should get more carries in order to help the offensive line and to help Andy Dalton. You know what I'm saying? Now, I was saying with Gilbert just because of the eye test and how the team responded. Okay, um, after the Pittsburgh Steelers game, but I'm not mad at the fact that they decided to go with Andy Dalton, because I also alluded to that as well. Is because of the fact that he has the experience. He has the experience, and going back to maybe two of my live posts back or after the Steelers game that I couldn't remember if Zach Martin played during the Cardinals game. Well, he did play part of it, but he got hurt during during that game. Um, so he was out for majority of that Cardinals game. So as we look forward to Week 11 coming down the pipe, uh, and we got to play them on the Thursday game. Now, these are some advantages. Is that Minnesota is playing right now as we speak. You know what I'm saying? Or they're about to play right now against the Bears. The Bears have a good defense. I'm not watching the game. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna have to go in here and see if they're actually uh, showing the game. They probably not, as most stops don't. But still, I know if I found the TA, it would probably be playing. But anyway, so I'll watch the highlights and see what was the outcome. I'm not to say that Minnesota is not going to win the game, because they have been rolling. You know what I'm saying, especially with uh with uh with Cook. I think it is. That's his last name. I can't even think of his name right now. Um, but yeah, their running back has been cooking. He's really been on a tear as of lately. So um, that takes a lot of pressure off of Kirk Cousins. Okay, so that a short week for the Vikings is one thing, but on our side, the Dallas Cowboys, is Andy Dalton ready to go? And I need the coaches to really to really observe how Dalton is practicing, if they're able to have some live practices and whatnot, because we know that they got hit with the COVID bug as well with some players that's in protocol, along with Andy Dalton that should be out of it. I'm not mistaken. Um, so what if Andy Dalton doesn't play up to par after having everybody's giving the excuse that he didn't have Zach Martin? Okay. And see, my argument to that, what if you think it's valid or not, is that isn't he the more experienced quarterback? Isn't he the shouldn't he be so seasoned with his experience that he know how to line up the offensive line, that he should be able to put them in the right place, as far as providing coverage when it comes to the passing game? I guess that doesn't matter if you're 10 years in or not. If you can read coverages, you can read coverages, because he's supposed to have seen it all. You know what I'm saying? He's supposed to have seen it all with his 10-year experience as being a quarterback. Okay? There shouldn't be nothing that Andy Dalton has not seen as a starting quarterback for 10 years. Or really for like 9, okay? Because he was pretty much benched last year. So that's my argument when it comes to that. When they say, "Oh, he didn't have Zach Martin," okay, so now he will have Zach Martin playing. Hopefully, some we don't have any issues on the line as far as injuries go because it's been a rotating door. You know what I'm saying? We lost by Biotish for a couple of for 4 weeks or so, and now we got Looney in. Okay, um, not too much of a fall off, but still, we get one off and somebody else goes on. We can let's just like we Trayvon Diggs is on the list. We getting Awuzie back, okay? And I really wanted to see those two play as a tandem in the backfield. I really did. I thought that was really going to push us to another level. The way the defense have been playing the last couple of weeks, the last 2 games, and I'm kind of with Isaiah Stanback. The buy came at the wrong time, is because we was establishing, we was gaining some momentum, building our confidence up to so that our confidence can stay high. Is that is that uh is that we can ride that wave and turn it into dubs, you know? That actually we can turn this into some W's. Now, what I'm hoping is that this team has sustained that continuity that they've been riding defensively, and that we get our experienced quarterback back on the field, and that he's going to provide the leadership or the management to be able to pull a win out. Because I'm not going. Nobody can sit here and say that the Vikings, it's an absolute win. The Vikings don't have a winning record either. You know what I'm saying? The Vikings do not have a winning record. So even though they have an 8.5 point spread right now, matter of fact, I hope I'll be able to make it back in time, because I'm definitely want to put in on that game and have the Cowboys cover the spread um, on that game for real. Um, so excuse me again, and I've done this for the third time, yawning. Um, that I think they will cover the spread if we do lose. I can't say we are going to win, but I feel that I'm going to, I'm going to say it with my chest. We're going to win this game. But I can see how I won't be so distraught of a loss, because we have not shown that we can win